Alright, so what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Garden Warfare 2 video here today on my channel. Soil Survivors is back in the game now, so we might be jumping into that in just a second. I missed it a couple of weeks ago, so I'm glad that it has returned. Apparently, it was meant to be Spooky Squash Boss Hunt or something like that, and then it got changed to Soil Survivors. Personally, I don't really care for Spooky Squash, so I'm glad it got changed to Soil Survivors. I don't know if there's going to be any crazy settings or anything like that, but I would be in... Why is this a case? Why do we have Electro-P on the Hero Showcase? We've got Toxic Brains as well! Oh. See, this is where they get you, okay? They don't put the image of the characters, so you don't really know what it is, and then you just read Electro-P and Toxic Brains in the same sentence on Hero Showcase. Oh, man. If you guys are a new player to Garden Warfare 2 and you haven't really experienced an Electro-P Hero Showcase, well, then you're in for a treat. And there's a few reasons what makes this character so ridiculously annoying. First of all, he's a splash character, so he can actually hit zombies from behind things. His projectile's also very quick, so he can actually hit you guys from quite a distance very quickly. But what makes him even more annoying, probably more broken, is that he's an electric variant, which means that if there's any other zombies around you, he's going to deal damage to those as well. And finally, he's a pea shooter, so he has hyper, so he can do all of those things, but from the air. On top of that, we have Toxic Brains on the Hero Showcase as well, which is probably one of the most hated, I would say, zombie characters as well. It's his legendary meter, which makes him ridiculously overpowered. So his normal punches like this, they're not too bad, but as soon as he goes into Toxic Overload, he becomes the most broken zombie in the game. And there are multiple reasons for this. First of all, he's the only legendary character that can fill up his meter without actually getting vanquishes. All he needs to do is punch. Second of all, he gets health back as soon as he goes into his legendary meter. So let's say you almost kill him, and then he goes into Toxic Overload. He gets himself 100 health. And thirdly, his damage is just ridiculous. Like, his damage, like, doubles or something like that. I believe his final punch that he does, like, 90 damage. Like, look. Yeah, it does 30, 60, 90. He does nowhere near that. Like, this is a pea shooter, and he's dead. Like, if that was a person online, they literally don't stand a chance. And you can even use potted plants to boost up your punches as well. Look. You see? Look, normal punches do 10, 20, 30. So his normal punches do 10, 20, 30, and his Toxic Overload does 30, 60, 90. That's how crazy he becomes in Toxic Overload. And unfortunately, we have not only Electro-P, but Toxic Brains on the Hero Showcase. This is going to be a wonderful week. We've also got Popscorn and Park Ranger. See, those guys just are nowhere near as crazy as Electro-P and Toxic Brains. Popscorn and Park Ranger are actually some pretty good characters, but they're not ridiculous like Electro-P and Toxic Brains. So, you know what? Let's go into some multiplayer instead. Actually, let me see what Rooks is selling first. Well, we might as well pick these up because we want to try and collect stuff. Not going to bother with these because don't want them. So let's go into some... Why is my ping so high? Has Xbox Live gone down? I mean, it could be a good thing. It means I don't have to put up with Electro-P and Toxic Brains for the week. It's gonna work? No, it is not. Oh? Are we actually in? We're actually in! Thank you! No, we're not. Well, I guess that Xbox doesn't want me to put up with Electro-P and Toxic Brains, so it looks like we're gonna have to leave it there.